someone to look at the tables.
Spatter and he's coming back down with the
yellows.
Charlie, come on. Come on, Ad, let's go, mate. Come on, mate, come on. Come on, mate.
Hang on, I've got to get up. I've got to stretch. I've got to stretch. Salty. Just makes you feel better. Just want to let you know.
Come on, Adam.
We spent enough money.
Come on, Curdy. Come on, Curdy. Come on, mate. Let's go, Johnny! Come on, Gertie.
Come on, Louise. Come on, Kurt.
Christopher.
Right shot, Shorty. Right shot, Shorty. Come on, Bella. Come on, Bella.
Come on, mate, come on. Nice one, Sean.
Come on, Zilla, let's go.
Come on, Johnny.
Come on, mate. Come on, Nelly. Come on, Carol. Come on, mate. Come on, mate.
Great shot, Della.
Come on, mate. Come on, Sean.
Come on, Nick. Come on, mate. Come on. Shot, Della. Come on,
Get up. Shot. Come on,
Della. Come on, Della. Come on, Della.
Come on, Rob.
Shot, Della.
Come on, mate. Pick it. Come on, Kurt. Go, Curty. Come on, Curty.
Come on, Della.
Go there, Kettle.
Come on, buddy. Come on, Amy. Come on. Come on, Come on, Della.
Nice shot, Nick. Come on, buddy. Come on, Della.
Come on, Della.
Come on, mate.
Come on, Nick.
Come on, mate. Come on.
Come on, Della. Come on, come on.
Welcome back to the men's final,
Come on. Come on.
Semi-final.
preliminary final. We've got Victoria versus South Australia. Victoria leading 3-love. Nick Delahunty playing Kurt Dunham at the moment. And
Not a bad shot.
on the other table we've got Sean Partridge playing Phil O'Reilly. Phil Riley.
That's a good shot out of a snooker from Sean.
And in the women's, we've got South Australia leading ACT 2-1. South Australia previously lost earlier to Victoria, and ACT beat Tasmania.
I think Delahunty's playing pretty solid.
Yeah, well, little Curdy might be a bit tired. Just made the final of the singles this afternoon, beating Jake McCartney. And we also got Ben Noonan, who beat Justin from Tasmania.
A couple of big shots from Sean. He might be able to close that frame. How'd he go? A bit hard to tell on this angle, but it looks like he's on that top yellow. Next matchup, James O'Reilly versus Dave Rothwell.
Come on, S.A. Come on,
Looks like Phil O'Reilly's got a simple out here against Sean.
Girls on here? That's it. That's it. Yeah. Well, the scores are about to be even in the men's. I haven't uploaded the last score.
What's that?
Nick Delahunty's game. Weren't they already 3-1?
Yeah, it was 3-love, now it's 3-2. I know some viewers want to go to the women's, but majority of the viewers would prefer to see men's pool first.
I'm one of them.
You know, and women's usually take longer than men's because
I'm sure
we,
we
for
get
some
plenty of
reason,
time to commentate the women's show.
yeah,
So.
we think differently, so we will turn to the women's, which will probably be in between their rounds.
Oh.
So we got James Della, not James Della, James O'Reilly playing.
Dave Rothwell. Dave's just come up with a dry break. Nearly potted the black off the break.
I did that the other day. I put the black off the break, re-racked, put the white off the break.
That's what suck. Oh, I'm hoping Nicole's got 2 shots there.
James O'Reilly pots
a great
2 reds
shot.
at once.
That's a great shot. Gus Giorgio playing the ring-in.
Alec Evanadis.
Alec Evanadis. Gus will be lucky to get back to the table in that frame if Alex is in his normal form.
Yeah, mind you, Alec only arrived yesterday, so I don't know how much time he's had on the tables. for the yellow or the black to go inside there.
Not under the black, there's not. Under the red, yes, but the black's a little bit closer to the rail. Oh. ACT got up there, bringing the scores level.
30 seconds.
Can't commentate and umpire at the same time, honey.
Why not?
Come on, mate.
Come on, Alex.
Oh, Stephen Jamieson. Jamie Stevens is not that bad.
Come on, SA.
Jamie Stevens is a really good commentator.
Generally.
He actually did alright in snooker this year, apparently. I'm pretty sure it was him and Steve Jamison that did the snooker commentary, and were apparently got a really good rap in it. So maybe next year they might be doing the...
Jamie's good, as long as he hasn't had too many drinks and he gets a little bit...
vocal.
Yeah. That was a good shot by Alec. Very good shot. Yeah, I'll be very surprised if Gus gets back to the table.
You know, well, if Jamie and Steve Jamison do the commentary next year at Goldfields, it might be a little less boring than Robbie Fubari.
Yeah, well, anything's less boring than that. Oh, that was a great shot. That was a very big shot by Dave Russell.
Yes, that was unfortunately a very good shot.
Really, if you're playing chick pool here, my next shot would be to pot that yellow with the red. And leave him on that bottom yellow. But that's chick pool. Jamie Stevens bisexual.
Saturday.
Oh, that was a big hit by Taylor. Big hit by Taylor.
What's Alec doing? Practicing his cueing over there.
She's playing very well this carnival, I think. Steadily improving. Taylor? I think Taylor's playing really well.
Yeah. I don't know, it's hard to say. When we've played her, I think she's only played 2 frames.
Come on, Ace, come on.
You've only seen her play a couple of frames.
Played it 2. She started on the bench both times we played against her.
No, I don't think she was benched at all, both matches or today. I think they were swapping between Carol and Sue on the bench. And she's definitely improved.
Yeah, I actually didn't hear Steve and Jamie's commentary, but I actually got a good rap from Kathy Howden, who plays in our Pussy side, about both of them commentating the snooker.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex missed a double.
That was a bad call from me. I missed his last couple of shots, but Gus is at the table. Come on, Vix. Nothing like biased commentators, eh?
For anyone that's been saying go you Reds in the comments, we're going to have to say go you Blues.
No, Brenton, that was not a good shot. Sorry. Potting this red with the yellow now would be a good shot if you're playing chick ball.
Agreed.
Go, Dave, come on.
But he's a boy.
Even-
He'll go there.
Come on, mate.
Mixing.
Good start, Gus. Come on, mate.
So bad shot from Mr. Russell. He may not have to pot the.
Seen much of Dave Russell's game playing 8 ball.
Oh,
predominantly a 9-ball player, isn't he?
yeah, but I did it. He did win Geelong this year. Beat Curdy in the final, and also did quite well in big guns. So I've seen a lot of him over the 3 or 4 days. Boy can fire. Very good cueist. I think it was maybe put these last 2 years yellows in the same.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he'd go the middle.
No, I think he's looking at the second yellow for the middle.
Well, this is a little bit hard, Joe. Trying to watch 3 tables at the moment, let alone 4.
I know,
But
I think
I
he's-
missed Gus's last shot. Looks
I
like
think-
he's snooping him.
I think he's going to play through this Mr. Rothel and put the other yellow in the middle.
That's what he's looking at.
And then try and put the black in the same pocket that you just put that last yellow.
He didn't quite get the angle he wanted.
You may have to double it to get the angle.
Joe's on yellow and she's got one up here.
There's a red pocket
Covered
covered over there.
Oh! He just missed Alex's last shot and he just went in off the middle pocket.
Come on. Can't say that. Good shot by Mr. Russell.
Hey, want to put this back?
It's going to go close to that red in the middle, cutting that in.
Probably a good shot for Joy. The first shot here, you'd be double that red across in front of the yellow, in or over. She didn't think to do that.
No.
Yeah, she is. No, she's going to cut it up. Oh. She played the shot I called. She just didn't play it very well.
Very good cut by Mr. Russell. Got Joe Fanto in the background supporting South Australia as the Australian 8-ball Federation President and World 8-ball Federation
Why
President.
is he doing that?
Is he South Australian? It's like Doug Percy's ACT, who's the Vice President at AEBF.
That's fair enough. I didn't realise that Joe was from South Australia. I think they both need to move to Victoria. Oh, not a good shot. Oh.
Oh, Brenton and Steve Gray.
Come on, 50
Not bad shot by
Shades.
Gus.
Come on, 50 Shades.
Gus will be a bit nervous here. His first nationals.
No, we won't.
Big difference playing juniors to playing in an open team. with
He's
your
been
idols.
playing pretty well. Do you know what his stats are?
I think it's about 60%, he was telling me earlier.
Is he?
No, he told me earlier he shot about 60%.
Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced that was the right shot. And Gussie.
Thinking Mr. Gray will punish Brenton for not putting a ball here.
Get in there, Gussie. No pressure. It's not a bad shot there from Mr. Stevie Gray. Brenton will be lucky to get to the table here.
So Victoria are leading South Australia 4-3, and ACT in the women's are leading South Australia 3-2.
That's 4-2 now, isn't it? Did Joy just win that?
Maybe 3-0, honey.
Really? Joy just had 2 shots on yellow, and I wasn't watching. But
unless you're winning off in the black, tipping that she's won. 3-0.
it is 3-0.
3-0 in the ladies.
Yeah. I want to watch the replay of that then. How Joy lost with 2 shots.
No, they were 3-2 down. South Australia were 3-2 down.
Ah.
On the Masters, WA and SA are 4-0.
I don't know about this, Jackie.
Steve's a master at everything.
It's a master at everything. Well, we'd want to pot this then. Yeah, he's not happy with that shot.
Maybe you could just nick off that and land behind those shallows.
You know, it's very interesting from this point of view, is looking at the table from the camera angles. Very, very different. That's a great
And
shot.
land behind those shallows.
That's a great shot. Very different to looking at the table in front of you. Brenton's going to have to pull out something pretty special here. After he spends about 45 seconds trying to look impressive. It's on now, is it?
Women's are wasting no.
Women's have started round 2. Got Cindy Blackmore
playing Renata Delahunty and Lyndall Hulley playing
Nicole Welch.
Knickers.
And then Brenton did pull it out. This is hard trying to follow 4 tables at once, isn't it?
I'll throw the Masters and then we'll make it 6.
Come on, Stevie Gray, manufacture. Lyndall Hulley's just gone in off.
Nick has made some fantastic outs this morning.
What was the score between Tasmania and ACT?
13-5.
13-5 in the ladies.
Yeah. Nick is just 2 unbelievable outs that you wouldn't even see there.
Yeah. Anyone else play well?
Tracy Bayless won 2 out of 3. Tassie.
And how did our Vic Mania girls play? Oh, that's a good shot. It's a great shot from Steve Gray.
1 out of 3 and none out of 3.
Tough team, South Australia. Big names in there. A lot of patience.
I don't know, but ACT are very solid the whole way through. And they don't do any ridiculous shots.
Now, when we played in Adelaide in 2010, we played ACT in the final. Who did ACT knock out to make the final?
South Australia didn't make the finals that year.
They didn't make the finals. So who did they knock out?
Stevie Gray. Queensland.
Queensland.
I think maybe WA in the first one. Because Victoria beat Queensland in the first final, I'm pretty sure.
They didn't make finals at all.
South Australia did not make finals at all in 2010. Shot Stevie Gray.
It's not the best positional shot, but that's all he had.
At least
At least he's got a shot on the black.
Stevie Gray can putt it from anywhere. He's a freak. Stevie Gray will be playing in the Masters singles tomorrow morning.
That's not a bad shot
John
from
Colbert, another
Vickers.
Victoria.
That is a big shot. Bad luck. Bring up the AEDF website on this one, or is this?
For anyone that's questioning 50 Shades, he actually did make the Open team, so he's eligible to play in the Open and Masters team. Masters is his main priority, but he's allowed to play in the Open while the Masters aren't playing. And as the Masters have already gone straight through to the Grand Final, he's got the opportunity to play in the Open team and is being picked in the starting 8. Unfortunately, Victoria with 3 love up and now 4 all going into the main break.
It's okay, we're still looking alright.
Now going back to the
if I've learned
chips.
anything from my match with Lyndall today, she's going to try and pull out as many snookers as she can until she gets 2 shots at a bunch of clean balls.
Oh, and even when she has got 2 shots at a bunch of clean balls, she still won't go for it.
They're going to be very clean, Joe. Oh, that's interesting.
I think she's actually being forced to try and pot out.
Oh.
There's really nowhere where she can really snooker.
Where's she going to snooker? Bottom rail. And she's not going to take now.
She needs to use one of the... No, I think she needs to use one of the middle balls to get on it.
Come up underneath it.
Nicole's a really good player. And it's going to be easy for her. She'll need to make it a very good snooker for her not to get out of.
Ah, maybe she's having a crack. This is a little bit unlike our singles match today. She was making sure of everything.
See,
I don't know what you're saying.
play straight through this and land on the other yellow Lyndall Halliwell. Oh, she's missed it. And jagged a snooker. At least she apologises. A lot of players during this carnival that haven't apologised for jagging shots.
Jagged a black on me to go 4-zip or 4-1 up.
What, did
She did, yeah, she did, yeah.
That's it.
So who we got here? Miff is playing. Is this Aaron Lynch?
Yep.
Anthony, yeah. Aaron's played 35 frames this Nationals and 119. He's just over 50%. Played him in the pre-Nationals tournament. Didn't go too bad.
Aaron Lynch has played a lot of juniors.
Pardon?
Aaron Lynch has played a lot of juniors. Probably could have made the Australian side, but he's actually not an Australian citizen, so hasn't actually been able to go away. Pretty sure he made his first stateside in Sydney.
Betty Noonan at the table against Mick Delahunty. Della's 22 from 39 frames, 56.41% in the stats. At the moment, Adam Andreski's leading the stats in the SA boys, 65%. Tell him no one wants to do it.
Is it DJ? DJ.
Big shout out there to Mark Robertson. Thanks for your comments on Facebook, mate. Nobody else wants to commentate, so you're stuck with us. Big black by Betty Noonan.
I'll be happy for any bloke to commentate.
We actually came up to commentate the ladies, and
Good told we had to do the
of
men's.
course, the ladies are on a like 1/16 of the screen that we're looking at, so
We love you,
can't
Robbo.
really see very much.
It's not a bad shot.
That's a pretty big shot. Is this off the break, Joe? Kendall's got herself back in this game. That's a good win for South Australia.
That's Mikey playing.
Mikey playing.
Oh no, it's not. That's what do you call it?
What do you call it?
Anthony.
Anthony from SA playing Jake. Jake's leading the stats
No,
in
Mikey's
Victoria.
playing Kurt. Mikey's about to play Kurt.
No, the other one. Playing Jake, who's, I'm not sure who that is.
That's Anthony. Anthony Graham, I think it is.
Anthony Grantham?
Yeah, Anthony
Grantham.
Grantham. It's close, Graham.
Very close. Got the semi-finalists at the table, the two heads, Jake and Kurt. Kurt beat,
Two vice captains too.
Kurt beat Jakey in a pretty close final today.
Shot Curdy.
We've got an all-Victorian men's singles final tomorrow. Looking forward to that. That'll be a cracker of a match.
And an all-Victorian men's masters final. Don Colburn and Steve Gray.
And unfortunately I'll let the side down. So
we'll
no all-Victorian ladies, but looking forward to seeing Colby win her first Australian singles. All the faith in the world, and she's overdue. Look good in both these frames. In the men's. Oh. Jake's just gone to take control of that pocket and has missed potting it. And the ladies, we've got Bethany playing against Elise Mabbott. I first met Bethany in 2006 in Darwin. I think I've seen her once since then. She's certainly improved tenfold.
Yeah, I thought Bethany played really well today.
And Penny? Is it Penny playing Sue Coulthard?
Yep, that's Penny.
These two in control of both those tables at the moment.
Curdy's not learning very well in that yellow.
I don't know if I've missed something or not, but Carly and Aubrey, I think you need to explain your last comment on CueballTV. I'm not quite sure what that means. Kurt's just a band lad on his last ball. This is a great shot. It's a great shot from Jake. Are you annoying Jakey? Come on.
Super up. Yeah, Lorena, you go get a drink and get a drink for me too, love.
Kurt just went off.
Curdy.
He's disappointed about that.
Even a chick can go out from here.
Okay, Carly, I get it. The Hulk.
Oh yes, Colby is playing Lyndall Hulley in tomorrow's
Colby will have
final,
to,
ladies.
Colby will be bringing her A game. She will need to bring her A game, but if anyone's up for it, she is.
Colby's had a pretty good tournament. I think she ended up 6th in the stats.
I'll tell you.
6th or 7th.
Renata Elise Lyndall, 3 SAs. Teresa Witt and Colby Poole 6. Fiona Plummer 7. Melanie from NT's in 8th. And Joanne Brown in 9th spot. Joanne Brown!
Equal 8th, dude.
Wow, that is huge. is actually the first time I've looked at the stats for the whole Nationals. That is fantastic.
See what happens when you play for Tasmania. You get more frames.
Yeah, good on you.
Come on, Jakey.
Like a frame of chick pull going down over here. Jakey. Pretty sure it's not going to be a 45-minute marathon like some of ours, but still got the same sort of elements. Was not a special shot from Sue Coulthard. Maybe she doesn't need to roll her sleeve up. That might help.
Who is Sue playing? Gosh, I can't even see who Sue's playing.
That is a good question.
It's not a bad shot from Sue.
Not a bad shot, but not a great result.
I don't know if the block goes past her. I think there might be a room for the block to go past her.
She's playing Penny.
That is smoke break.
Pretty sure we're not entertaining anyone too much anyway from the sounds of it, so go for it.
Oh, good shot, mate. Come on in.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a typical
Because women are boring to watch.
Cherry pony shot there, I
For
think.
Nikki, women are boring. Men are exciting to watch. They do more stuff. You
Yeah, it's
learn
not
more.
sexist. It's boring is a word that I can't use while I'm commentating. Penny's now at the table with 2 shots. I missed Sue's shot, but it obviously wasn't special if she played that black and gone in off. Good safety shot from Brenton. It's not a bad shot from Penny.
Shots, John.
Those good shots. Not easy to play balls down these rails very hard.
You have to be
That's good
spot on.
pace.
Is that everything?
Come on, Anthony.
Buster Groovy, that's correct weight. Been playing here for a week and a half now in the teams events and first finals. And
Shot, Sean.
quite a few singles matches.
Great
and
shot.
unfortunately, women's pool is very slow. Be interested to know how many master breaks have been made in the ladies.
5 and all individual.
5.
No one has got
5
multiple.
individual master breaks
sure,
in the
have a look.
ladies.
That's right.
That's a men's. Sorry, I'm just checking that out right now just to confirm if that's right or not. Although JoJo's usually on the ball with this sort of thing. Colby Poole, Mickey McPherson, Rebecca O'Mara, Nicole Welsh, Nicole Fielding have made one master break each. That's not real special.
Go me.
Good on JoJo for knowing just everything.
So Sean. Sean should be able to nudge that yellow out here and maybe go out. Sean's a very good cueist coming from a snooker background.
He's had not a bad carnival for his first carnival too. And that is not a bad shot at all.
And he's just edging to get out there and play more pool. Should make the quarterfinals as singles. Unfortunately, lost to Dax Bosley from WA.
Yes, didn't have a very good run against Dax, unfortunately. That's not a bad shot. That's a pretty good shot from Sean.
Sean.
I feel like he might have rushed that a little bit. Yes, come on, Rio.
Sean really doesn't. So as usual. It's very easy to knock players' shots from down here, but it's very hard being out there. A lot of nerves, a lot of pressure. You know, you got 7 to 8 other blokes relying on you to win.
Brenton's not very excited about that snooker. Sean can easily come up and hit one of these red balls and Nick Brenton with not much of a shot. Hopefully Sean can promote one of them at the same time. Just like that.
Nikki, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Brenton Collier. Just in case you don't know his name.
We're not really saying that it's boring, Cav. We're saying that it's
not as exciting
as men's pool. Nobody really wants to see us here commentating women. You all want to be watching the men. Flows goes much quicker, much more exciting game. So many more outs.
Yeah.
Men's pool is.
Of course, we're all there to promote women in 8 ball. And tomorrow you will get to see a whole women's match.
JoJo might even be commentating it.
I'll be supporting the Victorians, dude.
Good on you.
I'm on that pool Victoria committee. Gotta do that.
Not a bad shot.
Oh, don't worry, Nikki. You're not the first person to have those views.
South Australia ACT in the ladies.
Oh, Teresa's just potted a yellow off the break.
Teresa's playing Taylor.
Teresa's very solid.
Interesting match.
Solid player.
Teresa is very solid, and she's.
I think she ended up 5th in the stats.
Well, you'd know.
Educated guess.
Know it would be you. It's like studying a form guide, isn't it? You've probably been on the computer every day looking at that.
I know we're looking at it last night.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard when you've got multiple matches on. I think their Masters are missing out a little bit down the end there.
Yeah, but tomorrow's finals day. Except for when the singles are on, you'll get to see all teams' matches individually. So
that's right. It'll be a little bit fairer.
Well, we've got Joy Sullivan about to play Anne. Anne's a good, very, very good steady player. And Joy Bell comes up dry. Shot from
Come
Sean.
up behind it. Oh, that is a great shot, Sean Partridge. That is an excellent shot. Probably from
you'll love that one, Nikki.
Probably from one of Victoria's best snooker players on this current side, Kurt and Sean.
No, James Misford.
Oh yeah, of course, the Miffer brothers. Sean and Kurt would certainly be up there.
They're going to be Kurt and Sean. Or even Benny. Benny's gotten into snooker a lot. Even Gus.
Sean is predominantly a snooker player. They're playing 8-ball for a few years now though.
Pretty sure James O'Reilly plays snooker too, doesn't he? It's amazing the amount of Victorians that play both sports.
In South Australia, it's a lot of 9-ball, isn't it?
Yeah, 9-ball and 10-ball.
Come on, Bronte!
Not a bad shot down there. Jake's got an interesting match going on.
Oh, Nikki, you make me laugh.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Very
shot,
good shot from Sean. No matter what Brenton seems to throw at him, Sean's getting out of it. Brenton may just have to try and put it out.
If that was an attempt to get the yellow on the rail out, that wasn't a very good one.
But he may be able to, I don't know, he may be able to get down and double that yellow inside the red.
You click your fingers and it won't go in off. I'll have to remember that.
Going back to the ladies, it looks like Teresa Whitten is about to pot out on Taylor. And a bit of chick pull going on with Joy and Ann. That's going to be a very tight game for a little while.
Bit of chick pull going on, you reckon?
Yeah, dude. I feel like Jakey's game over there. Lots of chick pull.
So what you're saying is that the men's match is going to be finished and we'll be sitting here commentating the ladies for about an hour and a half?
Maybe. For an update on the South Australian Masters, they're 7-5 up against WA.
And she clicks. Let's see if he can click his fingers and manufacture this ball in a pocket. Oh, Jesus. I think I just jinxed us.
That's really bad pool etiquette.
It's not. It's not bad etiquette. It was a good shot.
I know it was a good shot, but you know, come on. Shake his hand, then carry on like an idiot.
They're up.
Apparently. Sorry, apparently we just got word that WA is 7-6 up in the Masters, not the other way around.
We'll just confirm that score. Shall we confirm that, Jen, before you load it up?
Just from this little score thing, 7-6.
Just getting confirmation on the Masters. I think we might have had the score wrong there, but possibly 7-6 up to WA against South Australia. Oh. Looks like South
Australia just won that frame. So South Australia now lead 8-5. Sugar's been subbed in to start his campaign against
Alec Bananas.
Iceman. Get in the hole.
Something go in there, mate. Get it in. That's it. Come on, Chuka.
I think Alec will start on the yellow.
Back over
stay
to
on the
the
yellow.
men.
Sorry, I think Travis will stay on the yellow, not Alec.
And Leighton Collier strikes again. So the Masters are 8-6 WA to South Australia.
Jamie Stevens is interchanging with me. Thank you, Jamie Stevens. I'm going for a smoke.
Nick Young wants to come up and have a crack too, if that's all right,
Yeah, I'm leaving you guys. Thanks for listening. And Nick Young, hang on, is Nick Young drinking? He is, so he's good to go.
Message from Rabbi saying get the girls off and get on. No, I just wanted to spoil the guys. Righto, guys and girls, due to popular demand, Jay Stevens has hit the combox. I am joined by Raj Kuthapolli himself, Nick Young, but he's had a drink, so he's okay. He can talk to men and women. So anyway, SA have got out of the blocks early in this first round. There's been a couple of missed balls and a bit of pressure out there. There's been some very good solid pool as well. Brenton Collier playing a big out. A couple of chop-ups here and there. It's what you expect from a preliminary final. And Nick, Chuka's got to nail this. He has to nail this ball, mate.
It's on yellows, yeah.
He is on the ball. It's over the pocket as well. I feel this is a must pot, this. Not the easiest shot with deep screw. And that's what you always see. He may have fluked it. He may have fluked it. No, he hasn't. Pardon me, I'm getting a bit excited. I've had a few cans and I'm just...
And here's the ice man. He's a veteran at this sort of...
Alec Everinanis has been specially brought into the team just to play in finals pool. As they said, they went up to the committee and said, guys, we can't beat Victoria without Alec in the team. And so they slotted him in. I don't even know if that's true or not, I'm just making it up, but it sounds pretty cool for us.
I think he didn't.
No, he actually didn't.
He didn't.
Brenton was invited to play because he plays like sort of miles, he's miles away from SA now, so they actually put him in the team because he just too much travel for him. I don't have a problem with that. He's a proven performer, except against me in one frame pulling finals.
Come on, Gussie. Come on, buddy.
An unexpected miss from
here we are.
Everinatus.
And Travis Martin, he's got a second chance. You don't get them often against Alec.
No, and the velociraptor himself, Travis Martin. He doesn't. It's not as easy as it looks though, because the white ball's going away from the angle he wants.
Navigate the wide here a little bit.
Yeah, if he wasn't on the rail, I'd say no problem. But because he's on the rail, he can't really jack up and just get a bit of stun on the white. So this is not easy. Shout out to Mark Robinson, who requested I come in and have a bit of a yarn. Oh, wow. I actually don't know how he's managed to find the gap there. But a massive screen from SA, and Alec Everinatus has just been given a strawberry. And just while we're on the topic of Mark Robinson, he can't even make a state team after winning the Australian singles. That's pretty poor form, I might say. I think it's just a matter of sitting here and waiting for this frame to be completed. I just don't see someone of Alec's experience to chop this up. He's going to have a bit of safety after he clears this yellow as well. So those yellows are officially screwed.
On the other table, Gus has played a big Jackie there on the red onto red. Red over hole, black in the centre, I think will be...
I'll tell you what, once Gus gets his... If he nails this out, you're going to hear the Sesame Street song. If you're wondering why we busted out the Sesame Street song, I'm not sure who made it up to begin with. It wasn't me for a change. But my theory on it is he's as furry as a Muppet, so I'm just thinking that's why it is. But I'm not 100% sure.
Because his IQ wasn't very high.
It could be that too.
And he needs a bit of Sesame Street for his vocabulary.
A couple of blokes thought he was a bit of a lookalike of Elmo as well. So there's a few theories floating around, and I guess we're going to have to find the originator of the song and just get the real truth. But we'll do that at a later date.
But I think we're going to go down for Sesame Street here.
Yeah, he nails this. It's a big Sesame Street scream. They need the frames, Vix. Trying to be as impartial as possible. Oh! Is there a twist? Well, I can't believe it. Gus has missed the black. He'll be shattered. And I've got to be honest. Thus far, I think the story of Victorian's final campaign thus far has just been missed opportunities more than anything. They've got to the business end of the frame so many times before their opponent and just not finishing off. That needs to happen if they want to win this prelim. Steve Jamison, answer your question. How does it feel not playing when you're in comp-winning form? Mate, it feels fantastic. I get to sit here, talk crap and drink a couple of cans.
That's what you do best.
But I have to be honest, I'd love to be out there. So Alec has got the ideal angle here to just drop this in. He may seem stunning between black and yellows and just play for the centre. So you'll see him just glide past the black, not reach the yellows, just try and just keep in that sort of 2-foot area. So what about these? Actually, he's actually thinner than the camera gives credit for. He's actually a lot thinner than I thought, so he may even play the other ball. And he is playing the other ball, and I think this is the right shot.
The top throw off the rail?
Yep, he'll still be playing the red in the same. He might even play for the corner with this red. And there it is. Well, he's going in the middle. This is actually plain ball up and down.
Black in the bottom left-hand corner. He nails his black. He puts the Vix under a lot of pressure now, doesn't he?
Yeah, 9-5's not fun.
And when you're considering Roth's got total control of the other frame.
And you hear the South Australian scream. I I know there's a lot of Vics watching this. This is probably hurting them to watch this at the moment, but there's still a lot of golf left.
A lot of golf.
Race to 17. Yeah, it's just what I've been saying, mate. That's how I'm rolling.
More of a cricket.
Yeah, you got green, you know what I'm saying. So Steve Gray, Masters, been brought in. He's in finals form. He's in the Masters final against Donny Cole, but that should be an interesting match.
He's hitting a
Donny
very
Cole,
good
but looking to go back to back.
We only bred the best in Ballarat.
Apparently so. Gus Giorgio is just praying for another opportunity to make amends. Dave Rothwell, as usual, calm, composed, takes 3 hours per shot. Now, I'm being a bit hard on him there, but he is a very methodical player. Will take his time and make sure he does everything right.
Has got the best Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation.
Tell you what, he does do a bit of the old Kurt Dunham as well. Looks at the floor when he plays a shot.
I don't think that's a bad thing considering Kurt is in a Australian
but Kurt's actually looking at the table now instead of at the floor. He's actually adjusted that. I think he was tired of me hanging shit on me about it.
Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Runner off.
So there's not much left to do here in this frame except for just watch and see if he gets these balls. He's got up and got back down. That's usually a sign of bubbers. And it goes. Now I can't actually tell from way back here because this is the far table, not the close one. But I'm just wondering if that yellow's on the rail or not. If it's actually hard up on the rail, it's much harder to punch it in and just come center table. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays it.
They're very generous.
He's stunning it, so he's stunning it, so he might be right. Now he's topping through. His 9-ball prowess is coming back out. He's just dropped it in.
Ooh, I'm not sure about
Nick,
that.
has he got 2? I'm not sure. Has he got 2? Because there's no way you'd leave yourself a shot with 1. He has to have 2. If he's only got 1, he's an imbecile. Or he's that confident he's queuing that he doesn't believe he can miss from anywhere on the table.
Has failed.
I can't work out why he's just dropped that in so dead weight.
Well, doesn't matter.
We're never going to know now.
No.
But supreme confidence from Dave Rossler. He extends the lead, doubles Vic's score. Not looking good. And we hear that. And the Masters have been told is 8-all. And you just heard that homosexual chant of "Go you Reds."
Really hurts the Victorians now, 10-5. Need to pull a couple of frames together.
Yep, and the Commodore 64 himself, Phil Riley.
He's got a chance here, Steve. Do you go for the pot down the rail here, or do you just try to waste one here and get better position on all the other balls?
Well, I think you've got to take it on, Nick. I think you've got to chop it across because you may not get on it much, hell of a lot better. You've got a lot of work. If he was actually on the ball down the rail, I'd probably play that instead. But he hasn't got it. It's just made this out real hard. Now, someone just asked a question. How come the bloke that won the Aussies title last year isn't playing for the Vixies? I actually just explained it like a minute ago. That's Mark Robertson that won it. And he actually did get a wild card back into the Victorian team. But he's been in England. He's come across. He really enjoys playing the last 20 format, which is a very mind-blowing format. Basically, you play each player 4 times. It's in the top 20 or 24. It's a real mind blow. Like, you basically will get runs and wins and losses, and you fight your own demons when you're on a losing streak. It's horrible, but he enjoys it. But unfortunately for him, he didn't actually make the cut, and so he missed out on the team. He was still able to come over and play, but he's decided to expand his personal life business-wise, and so he decided against coming over. So there's your long-winded reason.
He's a pizza man.
He is investing in a pizza shop. I don't think he's actually secured a location as yet.
Come on, SA.
What we have to do is put Mark Robson as a name, and I reckon you'll be a good businessman.
Well, he knows how to run a pizza shop, that's what I know. Someone's just said, congrats to Sean Partridge on coming runner-up to the 2013 Not Killing Brenton Collier Award. He's a hard man to deal with when he's celebrating a win.
You don't want to put a hand out, that's for sure.
Very good shot from Phil Riley. And can Steve Gray get to the side rail and pop the ball over the hole? I reckon
he need a little baby swerve.
I reckon he can get to it. I reckon he can get to a plain ball. He's actually played a bit of swerve. Nah, he could get to a plain ball anyway.
Needs to get up though.
But yeah, he had to get the white ball around the angles.
He's not too bad.
Well, he was willing the white, but he's landed fat on another ball in the corner. But he still would have preferred to be on the balls in the middle because they're just a bit dodgy.
It's all about the transition of the white. Figure this out.
Nick Young with his Bruce McAvaney comments, stating the obvious.
Special.
So I'm guessing both these are on. If the bottom of these two reds isn't on, this is actually horrible, but
I think
pretty
they
sure
both
it's
go.
on.
They both go, I'm pretty sure.
Well, maybe it wasn't on, so he's come
He's
around the
cleared
angles,
path,
he's fallen
and he's
short,
fallen
by probably a foot and a half, to be honest. He wanted to be straight so he could just like screw back a little bit. This has suddenly become quite difficult. He's got to play this ball on the left-hand side now.
And you've nearly got to finish on this red.
Just got to drop it down the rail. Dan just thought he'd have a bit of a play with the cameras for a second, just to give us a bit of an insight of the other frames.
He's knocked it in.
He's dropped it in. No, it hasn't gone. It's sat over the hole like a little mutt.
It's not too bad at the moment, but it gives Phil Riley another chance to conjure something in the frame.
Yes, for those who don't know, Phil Riley's original nickname from a really long time ago was called the Computer. Well, Steve can see this red, although he cannot pot it, and it doesn't offer a hell of a lot of benefit to him, but it's better to be able to see it and flick off it and just try and put Riley on, try and put him under the pump. There's a massive wall of yellows, all wanting to go to the pocket that Steve's got the red covered, so he's still in the frame. This is a very important shot here for Riley. Yeah. And that's why they call him the Computer. He calculates very good shots like that. That was a much better shot than people may realise, because obviously Steve's on this red. If he doesn't kill the black, he's a chance to go game. Now he's actually probably got to play a deep screw shot and try and bust this out, I think.
I don't think he's got an angle of it.
No, he's dead straight, but I think he's alright. Let me have a look. I can almost get right behind the shot, but his back's in the way, so I can't quite tell. Once he gets down the shot, I'll be able to see.
Yellow on the black.
This is absolutely, his angle is absolutely perfect. The biggest danger is he snookers himself behind the black football contact. He's missed the pot. Flukes it, he's fluked it. It's a disaster.
You want to be in Phil Riley's shoes here.
He is absolutely come into disaster land with that fluke. Most people are happy when they get a fluke because generally they can continue the frame. This is not good. But to be fair, he did sort of chuck his handbag at that shot a bit. His arm flew out. And that's why he missed the pot. So Steve now is just saying, you know what? Unfortunately for Steve, he's just going to play a little tap out and go out and one here, or plan to.
Take the yellow one up the top.
He might take the ball at the top as a shot enough, and he's not happy with his position. He'll just run the other yellow down and get another snooker.
Shouldn't lose his frame.
This is a shot enough for Riley. If he gets this, he's out. He's missed it. So now I'm pretty sure we're going to see him run this other yellow in the middle of the table down to the bottom right pocket and just get another snooker. I could be wrong.
First, maybe?
He might commit to the out, but
they are all there still.
They are, but I'm just thinking that he wants to get 2. Well, the way he's played that, he's having a dip. Pretty sure. I'm still not sure about this out, I've got to be honest. I know 1 yellow goes, but there's still a bit of a wall where the red's still covering some of those balls. Actually, I just stupidly haven't realised I'm right behind the shot. Wow, that little nudge that he got on that yellow, he's actually killed that yellow to the corner pocket, so it no longer goes. So only the left hand of those 3 or 4 yellows there goes to the corner past the red.
It's not as easy to clip the red and move it.
I'm pretty sure this is going over the hole. We just flicked over the Masters because the computer's actually...
He's going for a pop there.
He's played that terrible. He's actually playing to kick the red out and go game. Dan's just flicked over the Masters because it's 8 all race to 9. It is a race to 9. You can see the frame in the bottom right hand corner, guys, so if you are interested in that frame, I know it's small, but just keep an eye on it. We might flick over to it as it comes to its conclusion, but we're going to stick with this for now.
I did miss that shot. Was that 1 shot or 2 shot there?
Just the 1 shot.
Just the 1 shot.
But unfortunately for Steve Gray, he's in more trouble than the settlers that came here early.
Does he play this white back into all these yellows here?
So just if you are interested in the Masters, we may have got the race 2 wrong because obviously it's 9-8, but so it might be that's not the race. So we'll correct that soon as we get the updated information. Oh, he's just missed that. He's fouled. Steve drops his head. He knows it's a foul, snooker. Oh, yeah. We've just confirmed that it is a 9-8, but it's actually a playoff because they were 8 all.
So best of 3, Jamie? Or?
I'm not sure how they do the Masters because there's only 3 blokes in the team, and there was 4.
There's 4 players.
So they might play a best of 3. It's pretty cutthroat. And this is looking even more grim for the Vicks because I don't see the computer missing these. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is actually impossible to play that shot any better. He is absolutely millimetre perfect behind this yellow. Millimetre.
Sure, let's go.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think it's
sorry.
on.
I did say earlier this ball wasn't on. I just meant the white ball. I just meant the white ball was good. But he might be able to still flick it off the yellow. No, he hit it thick. But he's still okay. That has actually landed awesome. He's got to do a bit of travel now with the white.
Should be no problem. There's a half a table you can land on.
So here comes a bit of white travelage. This is sort of going to be a shot to nothing because if he misses, it's probably going to go over the hole, but I don't think he'll miss it. He hasn't missed it. Now he's got perfect angle on the yellow, and he's got both of these balls, I think, past. No, just the one does, so he'll be playing the one on the left first.
Should be no problem
So,
for the
stun off
computer.
the back rail, back for the yellow in the same pocket as he's just about to pop this one now. The only thing really go wrong here is you overstun it and you actually don't come up high.
Stun or do you top?
I think you can stun this a little bit. No, you're right, Nick. You do run through it. I've misread the angle yet again.
And they're black in the same hole?
No, I think he'll play it for the middle. No, actually, no, he will play it for the corner. The actual angle on the table camera is very deceiving. When you actually look at the table itself, you can see that it's actually a lot better to play in the corner.
That's 11-5 to South Australia.
So,
what would the message be from Ben Noonan as the captain of Victoria?
well, I can tell you now, the first couple of rounds, it was all about the guys getting out there and enjoying themselves. Obviously, it was probably pointed more at the guys that had first year, a bit of nerves and jitters, so he wanted them to relax. Now I think he might get a little bit angry over there. Kimmo's been running around actually with the camera, been trying to stick it in the crowds and get a bit of insight. He's over there with the camera, but he's doing it to SA again. So he's actually doing the SA huddle again. Actually, I think Victoria's pissed off out the room. Benny wants to give him an absolute spray.
What I have noticed over the 2 weeks is Victoria have been flying through the round robin, but the matches that have been down or need a bit of a lift, he's always sending the positive message. He's never pointing fingers or making the new players disheartened in any way.
Absolutely not, and there's no Victorian captain that's ever done that, and that's a great thing about the form that's being brought from captain to captain over the years. But he will expect the guys that aren't winning at the moment for the first 2 rounds, he's going to expect them to lift.
They need to find something because they need to win this round.
Well, they don't need to win this round, Nick. They need to smash this round. They need a 6-2 minimum. They need a 6-2 minimum to be back in this match. I don't believe a 4-all is going to be enough. Meanwhile, ACT's given the $1.04 favourites on sports bet. Well, about $1.30, but it was unbackable odds and stupid. Giving SA a real hard time after Vic's given a bit of a pummeling earlier. Meanwhile, on the Masters table, Adrian Lancaster's just played a fairly loose shot. So here the Vics are trying to make a bit of noise, trying to fire their blokes up.
Need to find some.
So, as we thought might have been the case earlier, the Masters are in a playoff. Race to 3, WA 1-0 up. Now remember, guys and girls, this is a prelim final, not the final. So the winner of this team will be playing the respective team that won earlier on today, and I believe in the Masters was Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria. Did you say race to 3 or
best of? It's race to 3.
Race to 3.
Actually, hang on, is that right? Race to 3.
There's only 4 players.
No, they're only playing 3 frames, so race to 2. So obviously WA massive favourites because they're already 1-0 up. So SA need to win both frames.
Shan Baker is on the other table, and he's got a chance to go game by the looks of it.
And all of a sudden, it's just become the bloody MCG, and you can't hear a friggin' word.
Benny Noonan, he's played a massive break, and no doubt he takes reds here. He goes reds, and I think he clears.
Thomas he's trying to get some puff and smoke going.
These couldn't have landed any perfect.
I'm a bit torn, Nick. I don't know whether I should be out there screaming my tits off like I normally am, or whether I should be here commentating.
There's that much noise going on, I don't even know if that's here.
And Jimmy Donkey/Subway Mifsud with a big chance here to take control of this from that yellow in the left-hand pocket.
Try to pop the yellow and try to move the yellow off the rail on the bottom, on the left-hand side.
I don't think I'll be playing this plan just because it's so set already, this yellow. It's not too bad, but he's actually killed the yellow. I think the best shot here, Nick, is to actually pot this and get behind the 2 yellows and promote one in snooker. Yeah, I think that's the best shot. But Jimmy not known for playing safety. He loves to be aggressive. Multiple. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. Not quite. Multiple century break snooker player.
As I predicted, Benny Noonan has run this rack in 38 seconds.
Oh, he's going to go bananas here. Give him a banana.
Really put the cue for
He's
the
just done
crowd.
the Brenton Collier.
And that's something that the Vicks need. They need a little bit of fire in the belly.
Yeah, and this is why Betty's big time. He rises to big occasions.
Followed by the great Jake McCartney.
I'll tell you what, I don't think McCartney's won a frame, man. He needs to get one on the board. He needs to also do the Ben Noonan and show some aggression and some bit of heart. So Jimmy Miff has now pretty much got all his eggs in one basket.
It's all about this shot.
If he plays this ball over the hole, I'm not liking it.
Better off playing the yellow in the middle of the table.
I think you have to. Well, he's playing this. I just don't know where he's going with it.
I'm not quite sure where that other yellow goes.
I've got to see. Actually, he's putting it over the hole, is he? He wants to. I think he's actually. I'm not sure what he's doing. Well, he's actually going the corner.
And then stunning it across to the side rail, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. You can actually float past this to the right-hand side and get the other yellow on the right-hand side to the left corner.
If you knock this in, you guarantee position, aren't you?
Yeah. One good pot.
And Jakey has followed up Ben Noonan's break with a massive break of his own.
And I'm pretty sure he's going to take reds. Even though there's yellow right over the kick, reds are all on. Jimmy Miff has nailed the ball, and here we go. Do we have a resurgence? I can tell you right now, that black is not easy in the middle. He has got a good angle here too. He might be able to get right behind it, just drop it in. Oh, he got a kick. He actually got a massive kick on that. I think he wanted to come through a little bit more. And I promise you now, he will play this with drag. You got to float these in dead weight.
Dead weight.
Well, he's actually not doing it. It might be easier than we think. It was actually easier than we thought.
And there was a chicken song on. No.
Oh, they're not singing the song. I'm absolutely filthy with the Victorian team right now. They should be singing the Peri Peri chicken song.
We can hear a bit of voice. And WA.
So WA is just one. I think Russ Ewan's just tried to play a trick shot at the end to try and show off in case the camera was on him, and it was.
It will be an Victoria and South Australian, Western Australian final in the Masters.
So as we flick back over, and we're going to see Jake McCartney is on and out at far table. Kurt Dunham now. He's also in the finals. He needs to lift. He hasn't won a frame yet. He needs to lift. He needs to show some of that form he showed earlier today. This is what's hurting the Vicks at the moment. It's not the first-year players. It's the guys with all the experience. These two at the table now, 0 from 4. They must both win their respective frames right now and get Victoria back in this match. Jake McCartney.
Jake, he's starting the trend.
He nails a nice long pot. Alec everyone else just giving me the filthiest look I've ever seen. But that's not unusual for Alec. Even when he's smiling, it looks like he's giving you a filthy. He's a hard man.
So Jake has put this white on a 5-cent coin this out.
Well, he needs to do it one more time. Alec has plotted 2 yellows, 1 yellow actually.
I think
he is going to take yellows without any question whatsoever. Those 2 yellows are on the right-hand side over the middle pocket. I think they go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can float it in dead weight. And now McCartney on the far table. Glance your eyes forward of the screen. Big shot coming up. He's played it perfectly.
It could be any better.
Well, if you want to be perfect, a bit more perfect, you probably put it half a foot further up, but he should have no problems here. And listen to the scream.
The second greatest orderly.
And I'm telling you, SA would have expected this, Nick. They would have expected a Victorian comeback. These two sides hate each other on the table. Good friends off, but they hate each other on the table.
There's a rivalry going on for
They want to kill each other.
That's what Victoria needed, though. Their 2 best players come out, go bang bang, put the pressure straight back on SA. Now anything can happen. The comeback's on.
I'm sorry that we're not actually saying much about what's going out on there as far as trying to say he'll play this ball and pot this and do that, but we're just too pumped. I don't actually expect Alec to miss these balls. Well, I actually think he's actually not played that quite right. He wanted to actually be on the ball in the corner. He's overhit it a touch.
You still can play this plain ball. Touch the top maybe. Run through and you're on the choice of every ball on the table.
Yeah, I'm interested to see whether he actually just plays a little plan here. Can't hit it thick because otherwise he'll kill the yellows. He's got to hit it pretty thin and just drop it in. He's having a good look at it because I don't think it's set. I think you've actually got to like seriously just play it off. You've got to just dribble it in off the jaw. And as you saw, went in off the jaw, Nick. He's played it well. And I'm not sure whether the yellow in the middle of the table passes left centre or not, but if it doesn't, he'll be dropping this in, playing the other ball, and then just leaving himself a long, dead straight pot to the far corner.
Did you take the long pot on now?
Play this, and then play the bottom of the two yellows.
Screw off the rail?
Well, you don't even screw off it, you just stun it. You just stun it and give yourself a dead straight yellow. Although, yes, actually, sorry, Nick, you're right, he's got a lot more angle than the camera represents once again, so he may come off side rail. He's actually got a massive area to land in, because if he lands like, if he sort of lands with a bit of angle, he can still play for another pocket. So
the only way you're not on this if you play it beyond the red.
Well, the only way he can really screw this out of is if he actually chops his shot up right now. There he goes, actually, he played how I suggested, Nick.
Just a stun shot.
It's
fairly straight.
Yeah, he played a soft
Black
screw.
in the other corner.
Well, depends how. I'm pretty sure he'll stun, but he may run through for the black in the middle because it's just like, you know, it's absolutely unmissable if you play for the black in the middle. Can't tell how straight he is once again. Looks like he's actually got a bit of angle, so he may just play another soft screw. Now he's running through, so obviously he's playing for the middle.
Knocked it in.
And even Alec with a bit of emotion here saying to his boys, this is how you do it, you imbeciles. Yeah! So Kurt Dunham.
They're giving it straight back to the Victorians.
I'll tell you something else, Nick. It's actually really not unusual when the singles are on the same day as the finals and a bloke makes the final, they're so mentally distraught already that they just can't produce the same form in the final, in the teams. Benny's managed to handle it all right. Kurt just looks like, obviously didn't get an opportunity there, but he has struggled to touch.
Would because they've been playing heaps of front, or the format?
Well, Kurt played this morning. He had to play a very tough singles match against Jake, which was an extremely high level. I'm talking only a few balls missed.
Not many balls missed. In
total for the match. And then he's got to come out here under the pump, and he's probably a little bit drained, a bit tired. You know, and his mind might not even be 100% in the match right now. He might be thinking about tomorrow's match. We don't know, you know, but he has had some chances, not that frame, but he has had some chances. But we're not going to dwell on that. He's a superstar player, and everyone has a right to have a bad day.
Now we got young Mikey Casciola. I think it's his first nationals.
It is.
And Paul Brewer, the first nationals too.
In my opinion, if Victoria don't win these next two frames, they're screwed.
Come up dry. Now Paul Brewer, he needs to put his authority on this frame. Take absolute control.
Tell you what, he wants yellows. I think this ball he's right behind goes in the middle past the other yellow. If it does, then he's on the one that's on the right hand side of the table. I mean, when you look at it, there's a ball up the other end of the table. Black's a bit tricky. You know, you've got to sort of get behind it and play in the top corner or whatever. So it's not straightforward this out. I mean, we're not exactly just having a hit down the local pool hall. Run to the pump one frame, the whole team's relying on you. until you've actually played this format, ladies and gentlemen, you actually can't appreciate how much pressure's out there. I mean, you can hear in the background how much yelling and screaming's going on for support for their teammate. The last thing you want to do is let your teammates down. But you've got to put it out of your head when you're out there in the middle of the table, because as much as they're yelling and screaming for you, they cannot help you.
So he's chosen red, and the cannon didn't really go the way he planned.
No, it's got a bit of angle on this, I'm not sure.
He might have to come back for it later than on the bottom rail.
Yeah, you're right.
But I don't think you want to leave it to last.
I'll tell you what, Nick, it's a shame he didn't go up another half a foot then, because he could have dropped this ball in the middle and played the double and then just screw down onto the ball and have a shot to nothing. Like. So Anthony Grantham, they're calling him the warden because apparently he works at a jail over in SA. I thought they were actually calling Cacciola that early, and I'm like, I can't believe he's a jail warden. Have a look at him, he's 4. But they were actually talking about Grantham. And Brewer has played a well, it's nothing short of a shocker, to be honest.
And to Tubber's DRX2, Mark Gottlieb.
Grantham's gone out.
Mark Gottlieb is actually the 3rd greatest orderly in the BHS.
Mark Gottlieb has got red hair, and there's nothing else you need to say. That just means he's no good. So there's a lot of support for both teams here watching this stream. There's 184 people watching this stream at the moment. That's pretty impressive. I mean, we're not in the millions or anything like that, but that's a fair few people at home getting a bit of an insight as what's going on in Perth. It's a long way away from home for a lot of these guys.
It's all about the commentary.
It's all about the commentary. There could even be 5 people sitting around watching one screen. In fact, I'll promise you right now, bar 8, Benny and George's pool, I bet you they've got the big screen going. There's a room full of people having a few frothies. There could possibly be a million, Kimmo said. Theoretically, that is true. All of China could be glued to one screen. I'm telling you now, if we turn this into a computer game, half of Asia would be watching it. Now, the problem is that there'll be all Asians playing as well.
So one shot here from Augie. You land on this bottom yellow. Bit of angle.
Oh, good shot.
He's absolutely plumb.
Yeah, he's showing a good account of himself for his first nationals and also his maturity for his age. He's only a young fella. But one thing I can promise you, it's a lot easier to play when you're 13 up and not 38 down. So that will be helping his confidence to no end. I'm not sure about this shot. How's his angle?
Has he gone too far?
Well, I think he can get back enough. I'm pretty sure he's okay.
Maybe the black into the corner.
He can get across. He can get back enough. Well, I'll tell you what, that has landed pretty bubbers.
I don't like this.
It's not awesome. It's far from awesome.
Take the black in the top right hand corner, or do you cut in the middle?
Peter O'Keefe, what is the jars? Does that mean if you're having a drink? I've had a couple of socials.
He's on the turkey, so he goes wild on the turkeys.
Big shot coming up here for the young fella from South Australia. He has
missed it.
Well,
He
he didn't throw a handbag at it. He went to Mora and he bought the whole store. And it wasn't easy though. You gotta give him that. It wasn't an easy shot.
Needs to clean that.
I'll tell you what though, he's been quite fortunate in the fact that he's left the black ball right in the middle of a bunch of reds that he's not got no easy opener for. So this is a pressure out for Brewer. big out. That's a good opener. And
can he avoid kicking into the red?
I think the best thing that can happen is if he actually kicks it and just hits it sort of just off full ball.
And still leaves him.
If he tries to screw behind it, he could undercut the red and miss the pot. So I don't want to see that happen from a Victorian point of view. And he's done what I said. He's caught at half ball.
Very straight.
He's actually
going to be on the rail.
He's a bit unfortunate because he's landed absolutely horrible on this red. You could actually land worse if you want an angle.
Last red on a rail, but it's all about the angle. Getting out for the black.
Well, the thing is here, I think I'm going to punch this in and try and not be dead straight on my last red as well. You want some kind of angle whether you come for the back cushion or the side cushion, so you're not on the cushion for the red. Sorry, for the black in the middle.
I think the way Paul plays, I wouldn't be surprised if he tops through this.
If you top, he might.
And finish low and bring the white out to put it in the corner.
Well, he's actually looking down, but the thing that scares me about that is he's actually looking at it to land dead straight pretty much. Or maybe he's looking at it just drop it in dead weight and have a nice little shot in the middle. So we'll see in a second. Well, he has dropped it in dead weight.
He's got angle. Top through. Black in the middle. Victoria 9-13, and they'll shove it up in, I reckon.
I think he's just off straight. Jimmy O'Reilly. Wow, that actually moved a bit on him.
I've never saw a bloke blow his cue and then blow the piece of chalk.
Well, it has happened before, and it will happen again, Nick. Brewer knocks this in.
He loves to blow.
This is officially the biggest black to date Paul Brewers are going to play. To date.
I think he's up for the task.
This shot, 13-9, big shot. In it goes. And he gives himself a little fist pump.
And the
Cascio had the first opportunity, but it was Paul Brewer that ran away with the frame, and now we move over to the far table. And James O'Reilly, this is going to take a little while to sort out this frame. There's balls on balls, and not in a gay way, just balls on balls.
Derek Connell, that is a great call. Rusty should buy both of us a drink.
I have not seen Rusty go into his wallet since 1915.
And it's actually Wes Wally at the moment because he's got the striped pink and white.
Actually, you can probably, if you actually look at a lampshade just to the left, you can see Rusty's head. He's wearing a very lovely pink shirt. I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's a large unit. And I'll tell you what, you can see on the right hand side, there's a massive crowd of people.
Let us know if you want to join in. Next. You're going to start one though.
That's rubbish. Head commentators never start the shout. Are you kidding me or what?
No, but the commentator starts it. Colby's rules. Start something.
I did, that's how we had a baby.
Well, he's got a red.
And so Aaron Lynch.
Surprise me if he takes yellows.
This is his second stateside, and on the far table against who's actually on that far table?
It's James O'Reilly and
Sarwin Nager. It's his first side. He's actually, I think he's actually made the SA side. He got run up in Berry, so he came into a bit of form and made the SA state side shortly after. There's a bit of a disruption, a bit of dispute going on.
Dingley coming in.
I'm not sure what's going on over there. And Tanya's just fucking screamed at him, get over there, I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, we'll concentrate on
it because he's on the tippy toes and you see her eyebrows just over the table.
Yeah, we'll concentrate on the frame that's actually still playing. I'm not sure what's happened. We'll try and get you an update, and maybe someone did see that was paying attention. I was too busy trying to get a free drink.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy's not happy though. He's actually fired up.
Well, Greg Dingle's come in now, he's head adjudicator. And I'll tell you something right now, Jimmy O'Reilly doesn't get upset very often unless he 100% believes he's right. So I didn't see what happened, but I'm gonna tip that he probably is right because he doesn't fire up otherwise. He's a very honest fella, good integrity. But I'm sure Samoa's just sort of like, I think he's just ready to cop whatever's said. He doesn't look like he's upset or anything. So Steve Gray.
As much of a shot that is, Steve Gray is actually one of the best tactical players I've seen.
Well, I'll tell you, he's going to need it right now, Nick, because Victoria's brought him in the finals. It's a bit of a wild card to try and help him get over the line, and it hasn't worked so far. I think he did win a single frame out of 1 out of 1 in the previous final, but he's 0 from 2 here.
Keeps him in the frame for a few more shots.
And there's one thing I actually say, regardless of the level of pool it is, if I actually captain a team and you're playing pool, let's say it's race of 17 for example, it's so easy to win that everyone just has to get 50% except for one player has to get more than 50%. If you look at it that way, it's actually, you can't lose. In fact, your mindset is like, oh, I don't have to win all my frames, I only have to win a couple. And so the pressure is immediately off you. Until it doesn't go to plan, the scoreboard pressure mounts, and that's when your whole mindset changes and you've got to find something new to motivate yourself with. That's how I look at it anyway. But the thing that I also put in my head is I'm not going to be the guy that gets 2 frames, I'm going to be the guy that gets the 3 or 4 frames and guarantees us the victory. And I would hope that everyone in my team thinks the same way.
And it's all right when you...
Jeez, I reckon that's moved on him a bit.
Yeah, surely he hasn't played to put the wide in the jaws.
No, I think he's actually played the other side. I think he just ducked out on him a touch.
Out. But what you were saying before, Jamie, it's all good saying at the start of the match everyone's going to win 50% and one player's got to be over 50%. But when it does come down to nitty gritty and you're 13-9 down, your mindset does change, and your shot selection would change too, wouldn't it?
It can do. Sometimes you let the pressure overcome the clearness in your mind of logical shot selection. See it all the time. Pressure, that's what pressure does. But what I will point out, I haven't got all the figures, but there are at least 3 people in the Victorian team I can think of right now that haven't won a frame. And that, you can't do that at this level. Everyone has to contribute in some form or another on the scoreboard, and that's what's letting them down at the moment. So they need to turn that around in this, coming towards the end of this round and into the last round. They're going to need a big last round. I said they needed a 6-2 this round, they haven't got it.
Well, we've got comments here on the other table saying, will they restart the frame? And at the moment, I can't say, we don't exactly know what's happened, so we just have to see the way it's panned out. Jimmy's not happy about some because he's arguing with Dingles and Andrew Saltmarsh.
Yeah, so Lorena, I'm sorry I don't know who you are. I probably might know you by face, but I don't know you by name.
We've just had confirmation that it was a time foul.
Oh, not this again.
But we've actually had a few of these over the week. Sometimes the umpires have forgot to restart the clock.
So what's actually happened here? It looks like the captains have been called in. Bronte's over there. Now, we had the same thing happen in the International Masters singles when Benny Noonan got time fouled. And Giuseppe, got the wrong Mario brother there. He actually said, no, let the guy play, and I didn't hear a 30-second call either.
And it wouldn't surprise me if that's happened too, because there's that much noise going on.
There's a hell of a lot of noise, and I'll tell you what, now Rusty's involved. I don't know what he's doing there. Greg Watt's over there as well. He's flown over. I think he's being inducted in the Hall of Fame this year, or whatever they call it, life member or whatever. There's a lot of shit going down. They're still discussing it. And if this is a time foul, it would actually be horrible. I think.
Is it a time foul on Victoria or?
I think it was, and to be honest, Jimmy isn't the quickest player in the room, but I reckon he just hasn't heard the 30-second call. And I think they're just discussing. Well, I just saw Greg Dingle move his arm there. He's like, oh, did he play the shot before the time foul was called? So maybe the shot was played sort of around the same time. Don't know. Anyway, we're not going to worry about it for now. We'll find out We'll find out what the eventual result of this is when someone gets to the table.
They might have to take it outside.
Might have to take it outside and do a bit of you-beauty biffo. Steve Gray plays a shot. He tried to put the red. It sat over the hole. This is a disaster.
I still like yellow. I think Steve Gray, he's got the box seat. If he plays the right shots, he should win this frame.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm Lynchy here, I'm probably going to play a little blast out shot here, although he's snookered, so maybe not.
Or rail first and try to
Yeah, I was thinking that, and I'll tell you
if
what.
If you do that, you're dangerous of actually pulling the red over the hole.
Actually, you know what I'd do? I'd kick this red up the bum on the right-hand side. I'd kick it from behind and try
to move both of them?
Well, I don't think you're going to move them both, but at least you get one out.
I reckon he's playing soft.
Well, he's actually played exactly the same shot, but a far more intelligent way than what I've suggested. Excellent controlled shot, very well played.
Is it worth the stairs just to cover this hole
He
up to the bottom, top right?
I don't think he has any choice. I think he has to cover it. I mean, he absolutely has to, because Aaron Lynch is out next shot. Don't worry about that red on the side rail. You play that down inside the yellow moves away to the right, and the red stays there, and it's on. So he has to cover this pocket. He's gone for it. Oh, he's hit it too thin. And I'm going to say something there. He's actually played it the wrong way.
Play rail first?
Yeah, you play rail first. You actually undercut it rather than overcut.
So you make sure the yellow's more on the bottom rail.
Well, you risk a roll or a little bit of drift, making you overcut it like he just has. I think maybe I don't know. I don't think he was trying to get the white blind to the black. It just wasn't on. So yeah. So guys, you want to cover a pocket, and you don't want to hit it dead straight. Sometimes play it inside rather than on the outside. So the shot I just spoke about earlier, he's going to punch this inside the yellow. See how the red stays there. And what's actually amazing about that shot, Nick, the angle that ball went up the table, if he actually had to play the way I said, he would have popped the yellow. So just little millimetre things, minute little things, massive impact on the frame.
I've actually missed that shot because Bronte was pointing fingers there at Benny and Jimmy.
Wow, that's intense.
And I'm not quite. And now Tanya Ahmed's in it, and she's the team manager. It must be quite serious what's happened over there, because normally you don't bring half your side over to discuss a decision. I actually think at the end of this it will be a re-rack.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's too much going on.
There's a fair few balls missing though. And if you wonder why he's taking all his security away right near this shot, this is the only way he can pot it if he pots that ball first. So if you're wondering why's he potting the ball out of the pocket ball, that's lunacy. It's the only way he can pot out if he wants to commit to the out. There's no way he's going to get on the black from that ball being out of the pocket last. Very, very difficult shot to screw up the rail because it was on the far left jaw.
In the front, this is a key shot. You have to leave yourself angled to get on the black.
I'm actually wondering where he puts this red. He can play it off the yellow, but then he's got to get back on the black for the ball on the rail.
It wouldn't surprise me if he plays this red on the right-hand rail, cushion first, and try to leave angle on the red.
That's not easy. So he's lined up what I said, off the yellow. I don't think he can roll. I think he's got to punch it. He wants to get just off straight on this ball on the side rail.
He has played.
Well, he's played it to perfection. Now we can actually play sort of a semi-deep screw.
It does involve good killing you, though.
Absolutely. You've got to
hit the rail at the perfect time and pace.
As we just get murdered by the noise of SA girls, and he's actually got to play this. It's a deep screw shot, but not fully committed to deep screw. It's kind of like you've got to catch the rail, like you said, Nick, and then the screw's got to take off after it hits the rail and it goes sideways. He's actually got the perfect angle to play it. So there you go. But he's gone too far.
He has.
And he has just, wow, it's just unbelievable how often you see this sort of stuff happen.
Is that the turning point?
It could potentially be, Nick. Absolutely. I mean, obviously there's still
got
absolute. Schulte's over. It looks like Brendan's going to headbutt him.
He's got a stub in his hand. What's surprising me?
None of us can see it because the lampshade's right in the way. It's pretty funny stuff. Benny's got a bit of a smile. He's not real happy. His face is bright as Bronte's shirt.
I want to see some pool, Jamie. Let's just re-rack him and we'll start again.
I don't think you can re-rack him. There's too much shit going on that table, mate. Yellows are in absolute dominant control, so whoever's on yellows does not want this frame to end.
We need someone from the crowd to volunteer and go around and just knock every ball out of position, and we have to have a rematch.
Maybe
we're not going to get this frame done.
Maybe we can take a collection and we can buy a box of tissues for whoever doesn't get their way.
SA are cheering for Aaron Lynch. He's hit the black. Yes, he's hit the black. It's not 2 shots. But Steve Gray now has got absolute total control of this frame. And if he plays the right shots, he should not lose this frame.
Well, I think he can actually go game here, Nick. They're all on. That plant down the rail's not hard. The other 2 balls are on.
You sure those 2 that clustered together are on?
Mate, they're not clustered. There's like nearly 2 inches between them. So you can make that on.
I'm not quite sure. Camera's a bit deceiving.
I don't know what planet you're looking on, Nick, but you can see clearly on the camera that there's a big gap between those 2 yellows. You're looking over on this monitor, mate. On this monitor. Nick's been looking at a laptop that's got about. he's looking at a laptop that's the screen is about 2 by 2 centimeters. Instead of looking at a 24-inch monitor.
I've been looking at the correct screen. I don't think, unless that plant's on, I don't think you can put that close to yellow to the corner.
Nick, you're off your head. I think you need to finish that trick and stop.
You're telling me land here and put that yellow in there.
No, I'm telling you, you play this plant and then the other 2 yellows plant in the left corner.
So the plant's on.
Well, you've got to make it on. He's only got... So here we go.
So someone had 2 shots, is that correct?
I'm not sure, but I'll tell you what, there was a yellow over that pocket earlier, and now there's a red there. I don't know what's happened. I do not know what's happened. I should have paid a bit more attention. I was too busy watching the Steve Gray pot out. I'm trying to get some facial reactions of some of the players that aren't on the table. I can't really tell what's going on. Well, he's got 2. So he does have 2 shots. But there's still a fair bit of clusterage going on bottom side table. This will get punched inside the yellow, and then he'll have an angle to extract his other ball.
I actually believe he's got 2 shots. So
no, he's already used one.
So he's already used one. So he had 2 shots.
Yep. And Steve Gray, meanwhile, has put the ball over the hole, so he wasn't comfortable with playing that plant. And I just don't like this. I think he can get the black in front here. Actually, we should do that.
So does Aaron Lynch go for a Hail Mary here?
No, I think he can actually get the black inside. Maybe not pot it, but I reckon he can kick the yellow out. Yeah. Oh, he's gone up. He's backdoored it.
I'll tell you what, that's not the worst shot I've seen for this national.
No, it's definitely not in the running for Worst Shot 2013 award. There's no doubt about that. But has he been a touch unfortunate and left
the plant on inside the black?
Now the thing is for Stevie, because he's going to make this plant on, he's probably pushing the yellow closer to the white. He's going to be planting to the side rail. So this is not easy. I don't think he can afford to just lay up on the yellow, let him play the up and down. So he's sort of got to do something. Well, he's going to. Oh, you know what he's going to do? He's going to put the white on the inside of the yellow and block the up and down. Oh, he hasn't blocked it. He hasn't. Oh my God, I'm not.
He's left up and down, but actually, it's a couple good inches away from the hole. So you've still got to hit this absolutely sweet.
Yeah, but the problem is, Nick, I think he can actually play this. If he actually gets the white ball sort of even near where the black is sitting now, it's like a shot to nothing. I don't think those balls are on. So that is not the right shot. But it's hard for us to say because we can't see the direction those yellows are going. So it's very difficult for us to make a good call on that particular scenario.
He could knock this in though. He's going to try and knock it in. If you're playing the shot, James, do you play purposely 2 rails or just the 1 rail?
I'm actually trying to pot this clean.
Just clean, so 1 rail.
Yeah, it's too far away to play off 2 rails. Because if you do pot it clean and you still get a double kiss or whatever, you got a good white. Or
He's hit it. He's hit it perfect. He's hit it absolutely.
Aaron Lynch has played a very, very good frame there. Didn't do a lot wrong once he got himself in trouble.
You give these players one chance, they can make you pay.
Yep, and that's why I think Steve had to have a dip there rather than put the ball over the hole.
So many times this week, we see someone lay a snooker, they'll get out of it, play a good shot, and you lose the frame.
I really want to know what angle those 2 yellows were on, Nick, because if they weren't even close to one, it might change my whole opinion of the frame, but there was such a gap between them, it just looked like you can make them on. Oh, Dan's running all sorts of trouble. His battery's gone flat on his wireless mouse. This is just chaotic here.
We also need a break for a toilet break too. You'd think Dan would lift his game and buy a decent mouse.
So Carl's like, yes, I'll lend you a mouse. Go 20 an hour.
Yeah, he's only brought the AAA batteries. Where's the rechargeable batteries, Dan?
And Kurt Dunham is just copping it solid this frame. Oh, sorry, Jimmy O'Reilly.
So Jimmy O'Reilly has not had a good run of the balls all 2 weeks. That many frames he's coming to the match where he's just under the pump straight away, not getting this 2 breaks.
Now, just to let you know as well, 13-9 is not the score. We just haven't had a chance to update it yet because of the mouse battery issue. We're back on deck though. So the score is actually 49. Could be potentially 15-9 here. And it's 15-9. And Victoria have it all to do, but I will say I've seen these comebacks before many times in the Nationals. No reason why it can't happen again. But Victoria's probably leading out with their 4 strongest players on paper, and they need to win all 4 of them to put SA back under the pump. So be interesting to see what happens. I'm pretty sure maybe Alec and Riley might be leading out, or Alec and someone strong. Maybe even Brenton will be leading out. And Brenton has just given a speech similar to what I did when we played them a little while ago, and I said as many F words as what he did, I reckon, in about 13 seconds. So a bit of women action, and Nicole Welsh, assuming she's on yellows, just promoting the yellow and giving 2 shots. It's a good shot, that. Far table, we've got Cindy Blackmore playing Lyndall Hulley. And I'll tell you what, half of you blokes got to be impressed that I know the girls' names after the shellacking I give them most times on the table. And obviously this lady here playing this shot, If you don't know her, then you've got nothing to friggin' do with 8-ball. Renata Delahunty, a world finalist in the women's world title, and an absolute pleasure to be around as a lady. She's a fantastic lady. I still to this day don't know how McDella managed to nail her. That was just a joke, by the way. So, although Renata has played the snooker, she has given an opportunity to come cross table and nail this yellow. Nicole Nickers would have hoped it would have been a little bit closer to the pocket. But as you can see, she's lined it up. She's got nothing in her mind but going cross table and making this pot. So here we go. Another big shot in the context of this match. On its way, it looks not bad. No, it's too thin. So as I thought it might have been happen, they've come out strong at Alec and Brenton leading out. As we switch back to the main attraction, and Alec will be breaking off on the main table. Jimmy Donkey is just broken. I think he's not got a ball, has he? He hasn't. So that was actually a pretty average break from Alec. It didn't contact well. And Benny Noonan, I'm telling you right now, he's actually going to want to try and pot out here in 10 seconds if he can, because he'll want to try and get the boys going, just like he did the last round. Unfortunately, he didn't receive the same support from all his teammates. As you can see, he's flying around the table. He wants his frame over. He wants the screaming to begin. So the long red into the corner. Oh, he's missed it. Wow, that is not good. I honestly wonder whether in Benny's mind where he was that consumed with finishing the frame so fast to get his teammates pumped up that he's just forgotten to pop the ball, or was he just trying to create a little bit of angle to get on that bottom left red?
What have I missed, Jamie, since I've
You've just missed Benny miss a dead straight pot at medium range, something that he's been eating alive the whole match. And yeah,
Did
he's
Benny
actually
feel the pinch, or just?
No, I actually think he tried to create a bit of angle. I think he just forgot to pot the ball. Took his eye off the pot. The worst part for Benny is he's just absolutely obliterated that red on the left-hand side. It doesn't pass the yellow.
He's on red, is he?
Yeah. Alec's not left himself a lot there. But I'm pretty sure he's just eyeing up a safety here. So you'll probably see the white ball tucked up pretty hard on that side rail. Mark Herwood, when you can make a stateside, you can make comments and tell me to shut up. And indeed, he has played the snooker, so Benny in Trouble Town.
Big time, Benny. Big time, Benny. Enough, says he.
We're not going to see this shot because Alex decided to stand away the camera. And he just moves over so we couldn't see where it was going.
There's ace toe control though.
Well, I didn't actually see what happened on the other table. I'm not sure if he's on yellows or reds, but if he's on
yellow, I believe.
Well, it looks like he's out. He just took a walk around the table to compose himself.
Yeah, he's not a man to choke, does he, Tyler? absolutely dead straight behind this black. 16-9.
And you know what? You know what he just did then? He took a quick look at Alex Taylor because he actually knows he's not going to miss this, and he knows if Alex is in control, they're about to win the match. So he just took a quick glance at Alex Taylor, see if he was on and out as well.
He'll go nuts here, Brent. Bonte goes nuts when he wins.
Oh,
He does. Absolutely goes berserk. On the hill, South Australia.
Benny's got a chance here.
Every frame, Victoria, they need to win in the last 7.
Yeah, and the head walks out.
How long has it been since Victoria hasn't made a final?
Hasn't made a final. I would say at least 6 or 7 years.
Have you been in all those state sides, Jamie?
I have, and unfortunately...
Is that the difference?
I don't think so, mate.
No, don't be modest. Don't be modest.
I'd like to say yes, but it would be far from true. But I think it's the Ben Noonan curse, mate. I've got to be honest. But the Ben Noonan curse is still kicking. It was like the Kennett curse. Great shot there from Alec. What's happened now? I actually thought he popped the ball. He obviously didn't.
Yeah, I think he just moved the red from the hole. I didn't actually quite see it myself, but I think he's moved one of Benny's balls from the hole and just moved into awkward position.
I'm going to promise you right now, this will be the last time that Ben Noonan ever captains Victoria, because he will be shattered, and he just doesn't understand why his boys can't perform on the big stage when he's captain. Makes no sense at all. Has absolutely nothing to do with his leadership, because he's done nothing but lead by example this match. Other than
is this the first time he's led for a while? Is it? Is it the first time he's led for a while? First
time he's captain in a few years now. Yep. I mean, we won the last 3, and he didn't captain any of those.
You can't put it down to one player. You're a team. It's not one person's fault.
No, I honestly think it's a curse, mate. I honestly think it's a curse.
It's a curse. The Kennett curse.
It is the Kennett curse, mate. It's now known as the Ben Noonan curse.
I still haven't lost yet here, though. It's just a big feat they need to overcome. And when you got the balls like here, sitting for Alec.
Well, Lorraine, I'm really sorry. You've obviously played a shitload of pool for SA, and I still don't know who you are. I feel really bad. And I sense this is probably match over.
Come on, Iceman. Come on, SA.
And you got the computer at the other table as well. He's also at the table. It's not looking favourite.
Knocks this in. Game over.
He's missed
He's missed it. He's chopped.
And I can tell you right now, even 16-9 up, the greats can still feel it.
Bit of Twitch Harry.
They can still feel it. Now, a lot of people wonder, well, why don't you play the ball down the rail? It was so much easier in that long pot. But the thing is, look at the wide is if he gets the pot. It's absolutely unmissably out from there.
I'm not being biased here, but I think everyone wants to see Victoria make a comeback here.
No, you're right, they do.
Make it a playoff.
Playoff would actually make me a little bit hard, Nick, and it would actually put Victoria in massive favour because the momentum would be rolling with them. But
Colby not doing that to you? Or?
Colby always does that to me, Nick. Oh, he's overhit it.
He has.
No, it's pulled up enough. I thought he overhit that for a second, but he's fine.
Benny wins his frame. Every Victorian supporter needs to stand up and just stamp their authorities. Tell them that we're not going away. We're here for the long haul.
Well, they have no choice but to just throw caution to win now, mate. Have a dip. And that needs to run up a touch more. That's okay. He would have liked to be a little bit straighter than
One
this.
big shot here by Ben Noonan.
I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually missable. This is thinner than the camera represents. And as you can see, and that's just nothing but pressure, guys. Nothing but pressure. So Victoria will now exit their 2013 national titles And it will be South Australia versus WA in the final. I'll tell you what, that's going to be very, very loud.
It's going to be.
We find a few misses this
Jake's just waiting now. He knows it's over.
And it will be a South Australian, Western Australian grand final.
So, a dominating performance from SA in the end. They got the job done, and Victoria just not enough firepower to finish off the frames at the end of the day, and SA became pretty solid victors.
They took the chances when they needed to.
And the handshakes all round. They want to kill each other, but not really.
They will be gutted.
And they'll still have they'll still be fine off the table. Victoria will come back and fight another day. They'll actually feel a bit weird not making a final for this being so long. But records and upsets are there to be made.
All I know is that we're in for a big night now, Jamie.
Yeah.
No, when Victoria don't have to play tomorrow.
There's only two blokes that won't be smashed tomorrow, and that'll be Benny and Kurt. And Victoria's still got the girls going.
I don't know what's happened here, but ACT was 7-5 up, weren't they?
They were winning, and they're looking like getting belted now. And so, yeah, if you are watching in Victoria, there's still a fair few people watching the stream and whatnot. You got Vic girls in the final tomorrow against what looks to be SA. You've got Colby Poole playing in the final tomorrow against Lyndall Hulley. And you've got Ben Noonan versus Kurt Dunham in the final tomorrow as well. You've also got Don Colbert versus Steve Gray. So lots of Victorian business to be still handled. And that is a chop-up. I think she snookered herself.
Have we still got 15 shots in this frame?
Well, no, because Elise is playing and she's a pretty aggressive player. And I tell you what, SA are celebrating like they just won the final, so they might want to relax just a touch.
If I was a gambling man, which I'm not, I'll put my money on SA.
Well, I'm going to say to you, Nick, I said before this even started, their biggest threat to Victoria this year was SA. And they've come out and they've belted us in the prelim after WA made short work of us as well. I'm not a happy man. And now Elise Mabbitt, one of the more aggressive players in the women's game. True class act, multiple Australian title winner at the table to try and get her girls over the line. You got Carol Nunn on the other table as well, who's on yellows by the looks of it.
I was having a look through the stats last night, and South Australia girls had the top three. Three of their players were top three in the stats.
Top four.
Top four was it, man? That's a massive
three of them were in the top four. I don't think it was top three in a row, but even if it was, it's still not here or there. It doesn't really matter much difference.
Top three in a row.
I do have some strong players. And I'm telling you now, Lisa's going to try and put a ball over. She's going to try and go game.
That'd be a shock if she did that.
Well, you know, I can't see her doing anything different but trying to go game. Who's pool watcher again? I'll get a schedule. I think the girls start at like 6:30 Melbourne time. So that's like 3:30 WA time. So if you want to watch the men's, you're going to be up till friggin' 3 in the morning.
Well, it's no point watching our Victoria's out.
Well, I felt she actually played the wrong ball there. I thought she should have played the outside ball and would have given herself many more options and still leading back up the way she wanted to go. This just got officially dodgy.
Surely just dropping this in dead weight or even come off the rail. Leave yourself that long shot. Oh, and Ace on the other table. Mr. Black. Bit
Bethany
fortunate.
Ross.
Move the
Not a bad
yellow
cue-ist,
onto the
actually.
rail. Well, she didn't
At least
have a good
nails.
queuing then.
Here comes a large shot. She
This is a shot.
Can't play this to shot to nothing, Nick. She drag this in dead weight. This
Sort
yellow
of
on the side
top
rail.
through a little bit.
No,
Made
just
the white.
dragging him. So you got a shot to nothing on the red on the rail.
She's on yellow, isn't she?
Yeah, so you shot to nothing so you don't leave a red, an easy red, if you actually miss the yellow and put it over the hole. It would have been a much easier shot if she drags that, Nick. Playing it dead weight like that without putting the centre ball is actually hard to pot that shot.
Because you're not actually queuing it, are you?
You got to drag it. You got to cue through the line and drag the shot.
So no, she hasn't left a hell of a lot.
Thank you very much, Marty Andrews. I shall be commentating, I think. I'm not sure yet. It'll depend on the sun situation. If the girls win, I'm tipping I ain't going to be doing jack because they're going to be too busy getting blind.
Yeah, I am.
So a double is under hit by some
It's always
margin,
my
in fact,
round,
but she
isn't it?
has blocked
You're red off.
the yellow, I think. She has blocked the yellow, but the problem is at least we'll just drop this ball in the middle, drop the other one, then the yellow goes to the left middle, and it's all over. So I see Bethany Ross did get up over the middle table, so she's a 12-8 result, but I think this is going to be everything. This is it. She's got perfect angle to just stun and leave herself just off the rail and touch. This is over, guys and girls. Too much experience in this young lady.
Screw it back a foot.
Doesn't even need to screw back at all. She just holds the wad exactly
Put it
where
in
it
the
is.
middle.
Yep. Oh, she's gone. What the hell? She's gone corner.
And she's gone too far.
That was actually a better controlled shot than it looked.
I reckon she's gone too
Oh,
far.
I thought that was a suicide mission also, but she's actually landed pretty good. I think you're right there, Nick. I think she's got more angle than the camera represents once again. So you might need to deep screw this.
Around the world?
Just deep screw, maybe a touch of left-hand side, just square it up off the rail.
You know.
Or to widen it off the rail, rather.
So one or two rails, you reckon?
No, I think one. How are you going two?
Well, I'm thinking you play a bit of bottom right. Screw.
I think you are off your friggin' head. If she does play this shot, I'm going to get up and walk away then and have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Well, this is what I'm saying. That shot wasn't on, Nick. That shot was just not on.
my shot.
Nah. Even if you deep
I don't
screw that,
think
you've got to put that much right-hand side on it to come off with two angles. It's just not going to happen.
Played your shot.
No, of course not. She didn't deep screw. She's decided to play. I think she's actually just tried to do a little fairy shot just to try and hold the white. Hasn't worked out.
Well,
I'll put the moz on. If she had to play for the centre, this was over. Anyway, she's got the up and down opportunity. Taylor Mayer, the little red-headed hot rod, is on the other table. This is her first nationals. I believe she's given herself a pretty good account of herself as well. It's kicked it up the bum.
missed it.
Oh, she's missed it.
There's ACT.
And ACT are not dead yet. And this chick, I don't know who she is, I'm sorry.
Mavita.
It's Penny Fadoulis, apparently.
Fadoulis.
She's sporting a fairly big size nose ring there as well. That is a whopper. She's having a crack there. She has two shots.
Does she knock these in, Bobby?
Bobby
Apparently
Joe
she
says
knocks
she
these
knocks
in.
these in. Oh, she's a
I'm
good
giving the
potter.
line $1.90.
And in that
Knocks
goes.
it in
And
all
Bobby
day.
Joe's made a good, accurate assessment of that.
And we've got the great Chris Cherry beside us. He's actually lucky to fit in the commentary
The
box.
plum, and I'll tell you what, that might have been a bit loud because she did actually look around as if to say, would you two fuckheads shut up? Whoops. Whoops, I've finally dropped the F-bomb on CueballTV this year.
Not the first though. If anyone wants to see a bit of entertainment, go to the Big Guns final this year.
And in this black, we'll go in for a 12-9. And ACT need them all, though, for a draw and then a playoff. We could be here all night.
Marty
Potentially.
Andrews, I don't know you either, but by your comments, you're a good bloke. knocks it in. 12-9
Didn't need the 2 in the end.
on the comeback.
So ACT on the march. And another chick who I don't know who she is on the other table. Bobby shrugged her shoulders, not 100% sure either.
I would love to see SAT get up here because after that performance, I hate SA on the men's.
What's that?
After seeing the men lose to SA, I'd like to see the women's lose to feel our hatred.
Wow, that is pretty. That is a lot of hate right there. Some aggression. It's very angry. A very, very angry Nick Young. I've never seen the anger in Nick Young before. He did threaten to hit someone with a pillow once.
Pillow.
It's making a random shit, mate. So, Joy Sullivan, probably the most experienced player in 8-ball in the women's, or one of anyway. Former Victorian, and well, Victoria lost her because she lives in Mildura, and obviously Adelaide's closer to her than what Melbourne was.
On the old table, that's not Mark Gottlieb's daughter, is it? It's not Mark Gottlieb's daughter on the old table, is it?
And she is playing another ex-Victorian in Teresa Witten, who also is a very good cuer, so this should be an interesting frame. And you'll see the big follow-through here from Joy. She gets his big $1.09, says Bobby Joe. That's a massive call. And the big follow-through, watch the whole cue go through. She likes to get a bit of oomph. A red goes in. A red goes in, but she's going to take yellows. I think I would anyway.
There's a lot of more shots in this frame. A hell of a lot.
Well, I think she's going to have a dip on yellows here, Nick, and I think she's going to screw back the side rail and try and finish this frame in 1. She's a good player, Joy. I think you're underrated. She said something. I didn't hear what the umpire said to confirm it, so she called timeout because Taylor's decided to get her little red scruff in the way. Play a shot. She plays a nice little plant.
Not the worst.
I'll tell you what, Taylor Mayer is very much in the same situation as Jimmy Delahunty. She cannot get down on a shot for too long, otherwise she gets sunburn under the lights. And I'll tell you what, I am absolutely befuddled, Nick, as to why Joy
take reds?
And then takes on a double. I can't work that out.
Has she had too many Heinekens? Too many Heinekens?
Too many Heinekens. Maybe. I don't know. It was an interesting decision. But anyway, now Teresa Witten, who's got 1 visit on yellows, assessing the situation, says, oh yeah, I'm on yellows, I'm going to pop this ball right near the hole. And try and stun up a little bit. Understunned, or needed a touch of right hand side, whichever one you prefer.
We're being told to get off the mic by Derek Connell.
Derek Connell, shut up.
You're not wanted, Derek.
Good shot
Keep
there from Teresa Witten.
CueballTV though.
And she has a long pot to the corner. She does have a good queuing action, Teresa Witten, and I expect her to get this pot. The problem is the ball on the left-hand side rail. But the good thing for her is she can actually land on it and just drop it in because she has a linking ball just on the baulk line. So might be tough. So she's going to take this ball in, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Has she held the white? She has not. She has not held the white. Or has she? It's hard to tell.
Oh, I think she's on it.
She's
the
looking
way
at it.
She's looking at it.
The only thing I don't like about the angle is she does drop it in dead way. She's hard up on the rail, so she sort of needs to stun it in. But she's going to roll it, I reckon.
Make sure of the pot.
Yeah, but she's going to be hard up on the rail after this ball goes in. If it goes in. It goes in, but now she's hard up.
About time, Plum. I've been thirsty for about 3 hours.
She can just drop this in if she chooses and play the long yellow, or she can take it off, pot it with a bit of pace, come off side rail and play the lower of the 2 yellows as we look at the screen.
And on the other task, Helen Mailer, I don't think she's played a shotgun.
And she likes to go off side rail. She's underhit it, and this is ugly. This is ugly.
Controversy.
This is like Nick Young in the morning after 3 hours sleep, this shot. Not looking good at all.
I don't know 3 hours sleep. I look good all the time. Oh, we're over there. Does Colby get a good night's sleep tonight, Jamie?
Kev Harvey, nice comment, mate. No, I will let her sleep. If she wins tomorrow night, I'm going to pound the crap out of her.
But won't that bring her out of routine?
No. If she wins afterwards, I'm going to give her a good serve. Yeah,
Bobby said she'll leave the room and she'll come to Plum's room.
And she'll take... But she's going to have to take Hunter with her. I may have to wait till we get home. Anyway, I'm very proud of her. Anyway, Joy Sullivan now is potentially in the box seat, depending on what happens in these next couple of shots. And she's gone around. She's got a little
gone for
kiss.
extraction or not, but
No, I think she tried to go around it, Nick, and she's just bumped at the rail a little bit, but she's got a good angle. The problem is if she misses this, she leaves an opportunity for her opponent. What's going on with the fairy red-headed princess over there? She's missed a plant. And Taylor quickly runs away from the table in case there's too many lights getting on her and sunburns her. I will restrict my information giving as of now. It's Joy Sullivan now. Play this ball down the rail. This will be a shot to nothing, Nick. She gets it over the hole. She won't be real upset. I'll give you the mail.
Out's on.
She will not be upset if this goes clean over the hole.
Well, I've cut it. It's going to sit out.
There's a gap, but look at the white.
There's a good white.
I must say she's been very lucky there,
Very
Nick.
fortunate. Another roll to the left or right, and you're on the ball.
This is not easy. I don't want to be Teresa Whitten right now.
But how would you feel when you knock this in and you land on the other yellow?
Well,
Happy days.
it would be happy days, but
Looks easy from here.
I'm actually saying I
You know
missed
what?
this.
I'll play this show on the Xbox that many times and I can.
Yeah, I actually had a crack at the Xbox once and it beat me every time. So I've proven to myself I'm no good no matter what form of the game I play, whether it be
Xboxing
digital or real.
Xboxing?
So she's playing left corner. She's cued that a bit weird. She's trying to use the whole body on that shot. And the result of not keeping still is a ball on the side rail, quite dead. So now Joy with a chance to. Wow, Kev Harvey. I'm not really happy about that comment at all. Oh, she just missed the extraction. I don't know why she smashed it so hard.
For Kev Harvey, she's a better cueist on the pool table, but not in the bedroom.
That's because I'm the only one with a cue.
Fair dinkum.
Kev, you've actually hurt my feelings there. Can you please disconnect from this feed immediately and do not ever come back? And I want all correspondence as of now from you, Kev Harvey, by carrier pigeon, please.
She's going game here, yeah?
Well, this red's not doing anything because the yellow's not being covered by it.
I would have thought she's trying to go game here, but at the end of the day, as she cut in the
she's
pocket,
covered up.
she's got me.
Well, it's not that bad a shot, really. No, I think Taylor can see this red, but it's not an easy shot.
Do you know why I don't like this shot, Jamie? You cover the hole, you give
that's a terrible
Teresa
shot.
another chance. Would you imagine if she doubled the yellow and then pot the other yellow and pot the black.
Well, it's all she can do. I'm not sure what the hell she's doing here. I think she's playing the top corner. Oh, that was horrible, but she's nearly jagged it. That was not a good shot.
Just a previous shot there by Joy. If she pot that or jagged it, it gives her another chance at the front. Why not, when you're in total control, you got a yellow on the rail, why not go for the out? You got a bit of safety there.
Yep, I agree, but we're not out there, Nick, under the pump, especially when you're 10-12 down. You know if you lose the frame, your team's out of the Nationals.
Taylor. I don't know if she's going for the cut or double there. I think double.
She's gone for the double. She's actually got a bit fortunate, got the white ball hard up in the jaws. Joy might play a shot to nothing double here, will she? Or is she going to play the ball in the middle?
Surely taking the middle.
At least she's taking the double. I would too. Actually, that's not true. I play the ball in the middle. So once again,
gives her a chance.
They straighten up. All they do is straighten up these rails.
I want to be on yellows here all day.
All day.
All day.
Kev Harvey, you're right, I would normally agree with you, but I've come to these Nationals not having any practice at all, and even though I went no good in the singles, I've actually been queuing like a boss. And that's not a bad shot. To be honest, I think that's as good as she was going to get on it. The unfortunate part for Teresa, though, if she wants to get good position on the black, she's got to stun this in. And that means she's got to give it a little bit.
Knock the yellow in, give yourself a shot on the black.
Yeah, I think we'll see her just sort of run this down. But I really do feel...
I think if you can top through it...
Well, top and through it's the same thing, Nick. You've still got to play with pace. So you might as well just stun in and play for position. So I think we'll see her roll it down.
Playing ball, though.
Oh, she has gone for it. I have no problems with her playing that shot whatsoever. I think that was the correct shot. I think she's taken it on because she knew the only way she's going to get position on the black is to punch it in.
And for some unknown reason, I don't think she goes game in. I think she'll lay a snooker. For the front and win the match, I think she'll pot this, and then lay in a snooker.
You reckon?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Taylor's just about to win the match though for SA. She's missed the black, so this frame is no longer relevant. If you cast your eyes back, watch the red-headed pocket rocket. Just about to knock this ball in. In it goes. Should be pumped that she's actually popped the winning black. High fives around for SA. This match will no longer continue. Handshakes come around. There's a valiant effort from Australian Capital Territory, but in the end, SA just gets the chocolates by a couple of missed balls that were needed to be done.
For about 30 seconds, I forgot about her red hair and realised she won the semi-final for her.
Nick Young has been trying to get a result off her all week. And hasn't actually been able to talk to her because he wasn't drinking alcohol at the time.
Terrible. Terrible.
So we shall sign off and probably at some stage, I don't know when, make an appearance for the finals. I'll probably definitely be down here in the morning for the oh no, yeah, I will be for the singles. Hopefully if Bobby will let me to support Colby.
Bobby not ahead. You're in.
And after that, well, we don't know what's going to happen. We might.
She'll actually be at the Criterion Hotel.
You may be subject to the chicks doing the commentating. I apologise in advance. But this is us signing off.